Welcome in, everybody, once again to Titans Tube. We are entering week 7 of the NFL season already, almost halfway done, which is pretty crazy. Time flying pretty fast, as always. So for this weekly picks here, we have an unfamiliar face. Brother. How are you doing, man?
Doing great.
Not my brother.
Doing awesome.
Look, dude, we appreciate you. We appreciate you jumping on to the show. Such late notice. Just a couple hours ago, I had to phone you up because we're doing things last minute here, as always, at Titans Tube. Finding guests, it's always kind of a hassle because, as you can see, I'm not at home, out of town still. So it's been a struggle, but we're making it work, and you're helping us do that, Jeremy. So thanks a lot, Dave.
I don't think it's too much to say, really, that you've sort of peaked at this point with the talent, the guest talent. Like, this would be the apex at this point. So,
yeah.
No, you're not.
It's all downhill from here.
Definitely.
Yeah,
and we might just cancel the channel after this.
That's right.
I mean, there's no way we can have top there.
Karski, Hutton, just all
Scratch.
at the top right now. That scratched them. Yep.
Yeah, ridiculous.
And let me just say real quick before you get going. I wanted to make sure people knew I had my Titans cred. I dug in my closet.
Wow.
And I found my hat from the first preseason game in 1999. This is the hat that I bought at that game. All right. So around the block, and look inside right here, 12-year-old me. Okay. Inscribed Titans on the inside.
That's awesome.
Because outside, just having it on the outside, not enough.
Mm-hmm.
But really, it's probably because he wanted to keep 10-year-old younger brother's filthy hands off of it. So it's probably he got the same hat. I want to make sure that he didn't get anywhere near this hat right here. So
that's good. That's good.
I've got it with. I've got
that's
it with
awesome.
Me, though.
Good Titans cred. Way to bring something on here.
That's right.
Yeah,
I'm ready to go.
So just so people know out there, like how closely do you follow football, do you think? Do you consider yourself a really hardcore fan? Are you a casual fan? How big of a Titans fan are you?
I would say I'm a hardcore Titans fan and a very general football fan. I would actually say my wife is a bigger football fan, in general, than I am, as far as across the league. So we'll usually watch the Monday night game, but I don't really keep up, I wouldn't say. You want to take my picks with a grain of salt here, okay?
So no one should really listen to your advice. But hey, Jake, I feel like we found our next week's guest, Wendy, your wife. My sister-in-law. I think
you should have got some more in-depth analysis here. Yeah,
you should have gotten Wendy. She has much more strong feelings. But no, I do. I'll watch football every week for sure. But
we said before we started recording, you're here to make waves, man. So let's make some waves.
I'm gonna shake some things up for sure. So.
Shaking it up here. First appearance on Titans Tube ever after 4 years.
Right.
I was trying to hold off, putting you on the show, but I guess we ran out of options here.
You needed a little build up.
I
don't know about that exactly, but yeah.
Oh man.
All right, so let's move along. Real quick, let's recap last week, how we did. So Caleb was on last week, co-host with me for so many years. But now Jake, of course, has stepped in graciously this year to help us out. But Caleb, it's a good thing that he isn't doing Titans Tube this year with us because Caleb went 4-10 last week in picks, and I'm not sure if anyone has ever done that bad. You could toss a coin up in the Caleb, and probably do better. Yeah.
I'll beat Caleb. I'll beat Caleb for sure.
That's a guarantee.
I can guarantee you that. That's a guarantee. That's a Lowry family guarantee right there.
Oh,
okay?
wow.
Family names on the line.
Wow.
Those are good. Right. Those are good guarantees.
Put up the family crest.
For sure, yeah. Not the best. Pretty good guarantee, though. Lowry, yeah, that's right. Pretty good guarantee.
But, yeah, so Caleb went 4-10. And, Jake, me and we tied. We tied last week at 8-6. Not the best week overall for us. So, not great. Just 8-6 is not going to cut it. It doesn't usually cut it here. But hey, I mean, Jake, congrats. Was this the first time you've at least tied for first?
Hey, I wouldn't call it gaining ground, but it's a start.
You didn't lose ground.
It's a start. Didn't lose ground either. Yeah, I like it.
All right, so overall, real quick, Jake, still just a tad trailing. In third place, 55-36 on the year. Our guest pickers are 57-34, so 2 games up. And then I still remain in the lead at 62-29,
Wow.
so 5 games up from second place. So Jeremy, Jake, let's see if you guys can gain some ground on me this week.
I'm gonna
So
I'm
shall
gonna
we
put that
begin?
7-game
Here to
gap
help.
behind me this week. I'm calling it.
I'm here to help.
Man, bold. Is that a Jake Shook guarantee?
You know, we'll just see how that goes.
Okay.
I will push
Sounds
that
good.
down the road.
All right, so starting off the noon games I have here, we have the Detroit Lions going to Atlanta to take on the struggling 1-5 Falcons, who did get their first win finally of the season. Julio Jones coming back, making a huge difference for him on offense. Do you think that they can continue that going against Detroit, another struggling team? They did win last week against Jacksonville, but it's the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Garbage.
So how good can the Lions actually be? I'm not sure if they're going to be able to bounce back from their start to the season. And I think the Falcons take care of business at home. I think that offense keeps rolling, and Detroit won't be able to keep pace. Jake, I'll go to you next. Who you got?
Now, I keep bringing my fantasy football team into these picks videos, and I had traded Julio Jones last Thursday because, quote, I was sick of waiting on him. And, well, here he came. Dominating performance from him. It looked like the Falcons' offense was kind of back to their form here, especially post Dan Quinn. So I'm going to take the Falcons as well, Justin, just because I'm so upset with myself for trading Julio Jones just right before his breakout game this year.
You should be. It's funny you say that because I also have Julio Jones, and I did not trade him. And the patience, paid off. I picked him like second with my second round pick, so I picked him way too high probably. But the patience, I think, is paying off. So that's 2 for the Falcons. Jeremy, who you got in this game?
I'm parting from the consensus. I think the Falcons will find a way to lose. They've been finding ways to lose. I think they're going to lose to the Lions. I don't know. I think the Lions have got some confidence coming off this game. They're going to go for it. They got him.
Okay, that's 1 for Detroit. Even if Atlanta builds a huge lead, they might still find a way to blow with this.
They're going to find a way.
Yep. Find a way to lose.
So
next,
next game on our docket is the divisional matchup, AFC North. Cleveland Browns coming off a bad loss to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I think a lot of people are kind of jumping off that Cleveland Browns train. They had that strong start, but man, they just got smacked by Pittsburgh last week. Going on the road, not too far though, in-state rival Cincinnati Bengals, kind of a battle of Ohio, who is coming off a loss to the Colts, I believe. Cincinnati put up a respectable fight and just came up short. Jake, I'll go to you. You're the Ohio native. You're the Ohio expert. Who do you like in this game?
I saw a TV map this week of the 1 o'clock games for CBS, and Titans-Steelers was the entire country except right where I live. So we'll have this game on.
It's
in
like
the
only
background.
Ohio.
Yeah. Yep, exactly. We'll have this game on in the background, so I'll be paying attention, kind of. But, I'm going to take the Bengals here. I think Baker Mayfield's rib injury is a lot more significant than people are led to believe. He was yanked at halftime last week against Pittsburgh. People are falling off the Browns bandwagon left and right. I know better as an Ohio native to not even get on the Browns bandwagon. So I'm going to take Joe Burrow and the Bengals here. They looked great last week against Indy, just couldn't hold on long enough. Give me the Bengals.
All
right, so the Bengals can pull off the upset there. Jeremy, what about you?
I also am going to take the Bengals. I think that the Browns, I think it would be an upset if the Bengals won, but I think this is going to happen. I think the Browns, I don't know. I have a feeling they're secretly overrated from the beginning of the season. I was never on the bandwagon, but I think that, I don't know. I think the Bengals put on a show last week, like Jake said, and I don't know. I feel like the Browns are headed for a nosedive.
Yeah, they had that great start against the Colts. They went up 21-0 against Indianapolis, but just couldn't hold on until the end. Man, I am tempted to pick the Bengals too. I think that was a confidence-building loss, if such a thing exists. But I'm going to go against you guys. I'm going to take the Browns. I think the Browns will have a bounce-back game here on the road. I think getting destroyed by the Steelers, having another opportunity to against another division rival to kind of get that division record back on track to still be competing there. It's going to be big for them. So I think they'll come ready to play. Give me the Browns. Give me the Browns on the road here.
I respect it. I respect it.
See, okay, look, yeah, I secretly want the Browns to lose because if they are overrated, they're the Steelers' strongest win, and I feel like that like undermines their like 5-0 start somewhat. Like I feel like that if we put on a good showing against the Steelers, I feel like the Browns are better than the Bills, and we beat those were both our strongest wins, and so that's why I kind of want the Browns to. I'm going against the Browns because I want
discredit the Titans for an opponent.
That's right.
Yep.
The Steelers are consistently ranked like above us in the meaningless power rankings and all that other stuff, and I don't like it.
Yeah, it's all about making whatever makes the Titans look better. Really,
I want the Titans to look better. That's right.
Yeah. As best as they can. So interesting matchup here next. NFC South matchup between the Panthers going on the road to take on the Saints. Saints 3-2, kind of looking iffy, having Super Bowl aspirations at the beginning of the season. How's Drew Brees going to look week to week? That's suddenly a question. And the Panthers coming off the loss, actually, I believe. They lost to the Chicago Bears last week at a 3-3 record. So a big divisional game here. Man, I don't know. I think the Saints could struggle here against the Panthers. Panthers are surprisingly playing some good football. And I'm going to go ahead and call it. I'm going to take the Carolina Panthers to take down Drew Brees in New Orleans, which doesn't happen often. But something's going on with the Saints, and I don't like it. So give me Carolina right here. Jeremy, I'll go back to you.
Yeah, I agree. I think Drew Brees is looking weak, and I think that I would probably go Panthers this week. I'm going to go. Yeah, I don't know. I think the Saints are missing something. I think that the Panthers got him on.
It might be Drew Brees' arm strength a little bit.
I think it's arm strength is down. He looks weak. He looks weak throwing it.
He's a weak man at 49 years old.
However
87.
What a scrub.
So surprisingly, we got 2 for the Panthers in this game. Jake, how are you feeling about this?
I wanted to make this my upset special going into this video, but I am going to take New Orleans because they're at home this week, and they're opening up the Superdome to fans for the first game this week, albeit, the limited attendance and such. But something magical happens in that dome when Saints fans are in it, and the Saints have Kamara. I just think they have more firepower than Carolina. I love Teddy Bridgewater. I love the way the Panthers are looking this year, but give me the Saints at home.
Moving just right along, fellas. Lots of divisional games this week. We got the Bills at the Jets. Oh, gosh. Bills coming off back-to-back losses.
Do we need to go through this one?
Yeah, do you just want to do Bills on the screen and move on?
Bills. There's no reason. Yeah, we can move right along. Do you guys want to say anything about this game? The Jets are, I think, they put up a goose egg last week. They had 0 points against the Miami Dolphins. Bad times. Bad times in New York all around. So,
I feel like the Jets are going to get a win. I don't see the Jets going 0-16. They're going to get a win at some point, but it's not going to be against this motivated Buffalo team, especially after 2 losses.
Actually, I looked at their schedule. Have you guys looked at the rest of their schedule this year? Mm-hmm. I could not. I did. I clicked on it today. I couldn't pick out a single game that I was like, maybe they'll win that one. Like, it's possible for sure because – I don't know, maybe Miami, but it's dumpster. It's like a pure wet garbage dumpster. So I don't know.
It's possible. It is definitely possible. It is the NFL though, so a fluky game is bound to happen at some point.
That's true.
Point, someone's going to lay a complete dud. We have
so
guest star.
I'm sorry. I live with this animal, and she decided to make an appearance.
She
doesn't know.
You're jealous of the airtime.
Where's my?
She doesn't understand. She doesn't understand technology. Yeah, she doesn't know. So
all good.
So that's a sweep for the Bills. So we're going from the biggest trash heap of a team in the NFL to the biggest trash heap of a division in the NFL, which is the NFC East, which is the Dallas Cowboys. On the road against the Washington football team. A lot of people thought Andy Dalton could come in for Dak Prescott and salvage their season, but that's not looking so promising anymore. Andy Dalton really let me down. I thought he would come in and look a lot better than what he did last week. I'm not really sure how to pick this game, though. Washington coming off a bad loss to the Giants. Like, all these teams have 1 or 2 wins. I don't know where to go with this. Jake, I'll let you lead off here because I don't know what I'm doing.
No sweat. This is going to be kind of an upset. I mean, can you even call an NFC East matchup an upset these days? And I'm going to lean toward the Washington football team getting it done here. They still have a solid defensive line. They can still get pressure. And the Cowboys' offensive line is absolutely decimated right now. And I think that's why we saw a very poor showing on Monday night. But, yeah, give me the Washington football team and a little bit of an upset, I guess. So, yeah, I think they can get pressure on Andy Dalton and get it done.
Technically, Dallas is favored by 1 point. So,
wow.
I mean, not
big
a
favorite.
crazy.
Huge upset. Massive upset.
Massive. Jeremy, what about you? You got one for Washington.
Yeah, I'm going to let my own biases come in. I don't like the Cowboys for just historical reasons. I don't like them. And I think it's a garbage game between two garbage teams. And so I would say the Washington football team is who I'm rooting for. I actually did watch some of the last Cowboys game, and Dalton did not look good. He did not look very good at all. So we'll see how this goes. But
so we got 2 for Washington. I'll go against you guys again. I'll take the Cowboys on the road here. I think they've got to bounce back. I mean, this is really – I would say this is their season, but, they could lose their next 5-6 games and still be in contention to win that division. Like, who knows what it's going to take for there to be an NFC East winner. I think Dalton has to have a bounce-back game here. I don't know. I think the Cowboys can do it, and it's also for me to try to gain a bigger lead on you, Jake, and the guests.
Fair enough.
That's a good opportunity here.
I think you made a terrible decision. You made a terrible choice there, though. Terrible decision.
That
it's
remains
just
to be seen.
Come back to bite you.
I don't.
It's going to be the one game at the end of the year where I'm going to win by 1 game, and then we're going to look back on this video.
Rubbed raw. That's right.
All right. Well, we'll see. Let's move on here. We've got the Green Bay Packers. Oh, man, what happened to them last week against the Bucs? They got trampled on by Tom Brady and that squad that looks like they're figuring things out. Suddenly they're looking scary. So that was the Packers' first loss, and they're taking on the Texans in Houston. Texans put up a great fight against the Titans last week. Really probably should have won that game, but you can't stop a tractor once he gets his motor running.
That's right,
which is
100%.
If you guys didn't know. I think the Texans, that was their season. They gave us their pods, and I think, they're probably looking around saying, that was our best shot to get back into this season. And you got a Packers team who's hungry, looking to get some vengeance somewhere. I think the Packers will come in here and get it done against the Texans. I don't think that defense can handle Aaron Rodgers, and that offense with Aaron Rodgers has to have a bounce-back game after only putting up 10 points last week. So give me the Packers. Jeremy, I'll go down to you. How do you like this game?
Agreed. I think that the Texans are better than their record shows. I think they had a terrible schedule at the beginning, and I think that it shook up their confidence for sure. But at the same time, I don't think that the Packers do that twice, or I don't think Aaron Rodgers does that twice. I think he comes back with a vengeance probably this next game. And, yeah, I definitely have the Packers in this one.
All right, 2 for the Packers. Jake?
We'll make it a sweep. Green Bay was my lock last week. They kind of let me down, but I really, as Jeremy said, I really don't see the Packers having a repeat performance from last week. This is going to be the proverbial nail in the coffin for Houston this week. So give me the Packers and a bounce-back win. I still have a lot of confidence in them, especially to be possibly the 1 seed in the NFC. So give me Green Bay.
All right, bury them. Bury the Texans, Packers. I would love to see it.
Where they belong.
That's all for the noon games.
Where they belong.
Move on to the afternoon games. We got those aforementioned Tampa Bay Buccaneers taking on the not Oakland Raiders, the Las Vegas Raiders. Almost had a slip of the tongue.
Yeah.
Embarrassing.
Raiders coming off a bye week. But man, the Bucs had one of the best wins of the season. What was that score? Like 38-10 or something against Green Bay. Super impressive. Can the Raiders offense keep up with the now humming Bucs offense? I'm going to say no. I'm going to take the Bucs on the road here. Jake, what about you?
Now, I don't know if you guys have seen this. Broke right when we hopped on this call, but Antonio Brown is now a Tampa Bay Buccaneer. He will not be ready for this game, but he will probably the following week. I wanted to take Las Vegas in this game, especially coming off the bye, but that Tampa Bay defense is putting it together. I mean, I had my doubts about Tampa coming into this year, but they're looking really, really good. Looked great against that high-flying Packers offense. Tampa Bay did defensively. And I just don't have faith in Derek Carr to get it done against a good defense. So give me Tampa.
All right, that's 2 for Tampa. Jeremy, what about you?
They've both beaten high-powered teams this year. I think this is a true toss-up. I think this is a true toss-up. I would say that at the end of the day, second cat.
Another one.
That's another cat.
Hey, black cat. You should go with the Raiders.
Humiliating. That's a great point.
I think it's a sign.
I was gonna go with the Bucs. The only game of the Raiders that I saw was the Chiefs game where they won, and they looked pretty good. But I haven't seen any of their other games. But I think the black cat is probably a sign. I was going to go Bucs.
Absolutely.
But if I would say the Raiders, I would say that it's pretty much a lock. Like the Raiders are definitely going to win this game now at this point, without a doubt.
We're getting close to Halloween, Black Cat. Yeah, for sure.
That's right.
Yeah, you went from wanting to pick the Bucs to since the Black Cat walked across. That's become a lock of the week for the Raiders for you. It just completely flipped.
Okay. I'll be honest. I don't know what a lock of the week is. What's a lock of the week though? What is that? Educate me.
It's a guarantee.
One of your guarantees. Yeah. Like a Lowry guarantee, I guess.
Ooh,
so to speak.
No,
Lowry lock of the week.
This is about to happen again. So
Raiders.
That's got to be your lock. It's definitely your lock.
All right, it's going to be a lock. This is the second one. She's a second cat. This is another one. I'm gonna go Raiders. I have to at this point. I'm not gonna lock it, but I'll go Raiders.
Okay, no lock, but still Raiders. All right, I like it.
That's right.
All right, we got another divisional matchup going back here in the AFC West. The Kansas City Chiefs going to Denver to take on the Broncos, who Denver got a win against the New England Patriots last week. Yeah, the Patriots are having some COVID issues on their roster, but you would think that Bill Belichick could have schemed up a win against a broken-down Broncos roster. But no, Broncos impressively come out with that win. I've been picking first a lot. So, Jeremy, I'll go right back to you. Do you like the Chiefs on the road?
Yeah, I'm going Chiefs. I'm going Chiefs. Chiefs all the way on this one. I don't think the Broncos are going to be able to put it together on this one.
Agreed. Yeah, I mean, Chiefs last week, taking down the Bills. They're right there. Yeah, they had that loss to the Raiders, but I mean, they're still a top team in the NFL. They get it done. They keep rolling against the Broncos. Jake, what about you?
I'm going to take the Chiefs here as well in a sweep. Denver did get a great upset win against New England in New England last week. But, albeit they did it by kicking 6 field goals, and 6 field goals is not going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. So definitely give me KC here.
Yeah, that Chiefs run game, right? That Chiefs run game, it's just on fire right now. That Chiefs run game's all over the place right now. So.
And they don't even need it. They don't have to run the ball one time. Just let Mahomes throw it the whole game. They can probably still win. So that's a sweep for the Chiefs. So next game here, we have the San Francisco 49ers, who impressively and unexpectedly, I thought, pulled off a great win against the LA Rams last week. And Jake, credit to you, man. You called that one. Me and Caleb went with the Rams. You went with the 49ers.
Gaining ground.
Pretty good pick there, but yeah, there's your gaining ground right there.
One game at a time.
But the cross country road trip to these New England Patriots, this could be an intriguing matchup. San Francisco getting some momentum. New England, I don't know. It's a lot of questions now coming with these New England Patriots after that loss. I'm going to go ahead and say the Patriots get it done, though. I don't think Belichick drops 2 winnable games in a row, especially to that depleted 49ers defense. I think Cam Newton will get it going again. He's got to have a bounce-back game throwing the ball. He can't just run the entire game, which he's been doing a lot of. But I'll take the Patriots here. Jake, what about you?
I'm also taking New England for kind of one of the reasons you stated. I don't think Bill Belichick drops 2 in a row. The Patriots are under 500 in October for the first time since Drew Bledsoe was their quarterback. So, with Tom Brady's departure,
even alive then, Jake? Good.
Yes,
grief.
I was. I was not watching football, but I was alive. I was pooping in diapers.
Just making sure.
But anyways,
You're right.
yeah. All good. I'm gonna take New England here, and it's just because Bill Belichick, I don't think is gonna his pride is gonna get in the way, and he's not gonna let Jimmy G come into Foxborough and get a win, especially as a member of the San Francisco 49ers. So give me New England here.
All right, that's 2 for the Patriots. Jeremy, who you going with?
I got the same thing, guys. I was going to say, I don't want to sound like a broken record, but I was going to say Patriots because I don't think Belichick lets it happen twice. Same thing you guys said. I don't know. I don't see it happening for the Patriots. So I'm sorry. I don't think it happens for the 49ers.
Nice.
There you go. That's a sweep. That is a sweep for the Patriots.
That's a sweep. Call it.
All right, so let's move right along here. We have the Jacksonville Jaguars coming off a pretty bad loss to Detroit. I feel like their season's probably done after that loss. That's pretty demoralizing there. Going on the road to Los Angeles.
Nice.
Los Angeles Chargers. To take on this Chargers team that's pretty intriguing. However, they're only 1-4, but they seem to come out and play good football and are playing to win week in and week out. What did they do last week? Someone remind me, because I'm terrible at research. I've got it. They lost to the Saints, 30-27. They almost had the Saints.
Yes, correct.
I'll just go ahead and read them off. They lost by 3 to the Chiefs. In overtime, they lost by 7 to the Bucs. They played some tough teams and played them pretty close. So, talking about the Texans being better than what their record shows, I think the same is kind of true for this Chargers team, which is why I'm going to take them at home against Jacksonville. I think the Minshew mania is starting to officially fizzle out. I think a lot of people are kind of like, all right, let's go ahead and start drafting another quarterback. He's strung together a few good games, had some runs last year. Even this year, played some good games, but I think it's starting to wear down. So Chargers for me. Jake, what about you?
Now, as a mustached guy, you would think I'd be in on all the Minshew hype and all that. But, frankly, his quarterback play gives mustaches a bad name, I think. I've never been all the way in on Gardner Minshew. I just haven't believed in all the hype. But I'm starting to believe a little bit of the hype around Justin Herbert captaining this Chargers team. So give me the Chargers at home also. Jacksonville is probably looking to tank. Are they in the Herbert sweepstakes, Hopefully we get to see later in the season a Jags-Jets matchup. I don't know if the schedule is going to give us that. Anyways, probably not. But give me the Chargers here.
That's 2 for the Chargers. Jeremy, what about you?
Yeah, so Jake, real quick, did you start growing your mustache because of Gardner Minshew? Is that your inspiration?
I've had this since I was 16 years old. It was before I even knew who
That's
Gardner
fair.
Minshew was. It wasn't this full at 16.
Okay.
It was a little pencil-y, but
He could have probably seen you at some point, and then he grew one then.
yes,
Okay.
Gardner Minshew grew his because of me.
Okay. Guys, I'm still on board with Minshew Mania. When I've got a star quarterback, I want 1-5.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I'm looking for. Like that's my goal is 1-5 start on any kind of mania. No, I think it's blown. You got to, yeah. They're not going to build on that one win. I don't think at this point. I'm going to take the Chargers, and I want to leave the Jaguars rotting where they're currently just festering at the bottom, down where they should be, at.
Yeah. Yeah, put them back where they belong.
Where they deserve to be.
The rotting
That's
Jaguar
where they
carcass can go next to the bull carcass that is the Houston Texan bull right there. Just dead,
They can
dead next to
keep each other company.
Jeez, we've
They'll keep
turned
each other
the
company.
podcast into dead animals.
I'm sorry. It's just
We're getting a
That's what they
little
deserve.
more gruesome and graphic than usual, so that's what you get whenever we bring on Jeremy. That's the kind of thing you guys like. Let us know in the comments.
I'm sure
Yeah.
they'll love it.
a pit of death.
All right, let's bring back. Let's go from death to two teams that are showing a lot of life. Let's go back to being positive here. Big time NFC divisional matchup. NFC West. The undefeated Seattle Seahawks, one of three undefeated teams left in the league, going to be put to the test. Going to Arizona to take on this Cardinals team that just embarrassed the Cowboys big time in prime time. Boy, oh boy, this is going to be a really good game. This is going to be one of the probably the biggest divisional game of the week, unless I missed.
I mean, that Browns-Bengals matchup, pretty heavy.
Right, that's true. Man, I don't know. This is going to be a big test for the Seahawks because they've had some close calls so far this year, and the Cardinals are going to be hosting them. And they're coming off probably their best game of the season. Jake, how are you feeling about this game? I'll go to you first.
I'm feeling salty about this game, and I'll tell you why. I think I might boycott watching the Sunday night game because this game was flexed into the Sunday night time slot, and they didn't flex the Titans-Steelers game into Sunday night, which is what everybody wanted, including myself. So selfishly, I'm mad at this game. But that being said, I think the Seahawks defense is unproven, and I think this game could be a shootout up into the 40s and 50s. Hammer the over for the betting people, and give me Seattle. I don't think Arizona's got it. Kyler Murray versus Russell Wilson. It's going to be a battle of offenses. Give me Russell Wilson and the Seahawks.
That's true. That's a good point. I'll follow up with my pick here, and I'm going to go against you. I think the Cardinals are kind of turning a new corner here, especially on offense. They've got the Larry Fitzgerald and the DeAndre Hopkins, Christian Kirk making big-time plays. Kyler Murray is looking like a beast running the football. I mean, he's one of the quickest quarterbacks I've seen in a while. Maybe Lamar Jackson, I guess. So since Lamar Jackson last played, I guess you could say. But he's amazing, man. I'm really impressed by what they're doing on offense. And like you said, the Seattle defense is kind of iffy, kind of unproven for sure. So yeah, give me Cardinals. Get a little home win right here, and Seattle kind of seeing some real competition. Seeing that this division is not going to be theirs for the taking by any means. It's not going to come easy. So Cardinals for me. Jeremy, who are you going with?
I disagree with you completely. I think that Seahawks have got this one through and through. I think that's a swing and a miss on
Gotta
your
love
call.
that brotherly
on your
love.
call right there. Yeah, that's a swing and a miss for sure. Listen. I do think it's going to be a shootout. I don't think that either team has a defense. I think it's going to be a shootout, but I don't think that Kyler Murray is in the same class as Russell Wilson. I don't think it's the same tier quarterback, and I think that the Seahawks are going to spank them. I don't know. I feel like that the Cardinals are a little overrated at this point. But again, who knows? Like we'll see.
I have to agree.
I don't know. We'll see what happens. But I think that the Seahawks have got it.
Justin, wake up.
Justin has frozen into place.
Yeah,
He's ice cold from that take. That take was so hot. He is ice cold. Ice cold.
He is stunned, silent, and frozen.
Stunned. He couldn't believe the depth of that take right there. So he's gone. Like he's gone.
Done. He's walked off set.
All right, so I'm unfrozen now. I'm back in the picture.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the Monday Night Football game here. We've got the Chicago Bears. Somehow, I still don't know what to make about this Bears team. They are 5-1 on the season, going on the road to take on the Rams, who just came off that bad loss to the 49ers. I thought it was a bad loss because I thought, Rams are a better team. They should have won that game, given the rosters. But, man, I got to give Chicago a little more props, especially after seeing Tampa Bay put a whooping on the Packers. Chicago beat that Tampa Bay team 2 weeks ago. So that's looking a little more and more impressive. Tempted to pick them on the road here, but I still have faith in the Rams. I still think the Rams are going to get it together. I think they are still the better football team on both sides of the ball. maybe not the defense. I do like Chicago's defense, but I think their offense will put enough points on the board to get it done. Give me the Rams here at home. Jeremy, I'll go back to you.
I have absolutely zero idea, so I'm going to go with the Rams on this one. I'm going to I choose to show some brotherly love on this one. I think the Rams have got it. That's right. I think that, I don't know. I think that the Bears are overrated at this point too, but I still think that even at 5-1, they have yet to be proven. So, I think that it would be an upset, but I would take that. I would take that upset. I think so.
Got you. All right. Surprising. Not a lot of faith here with the Bears so far. Jake, do you have faith in this Bears team?
I have had faith in this Bears team thus far in all these NFL picks videos, and I couldn't tell you exactly why I have faith in this Bears team other than maybe a pretty good defense. But give me the Bears again here. I mean, I'm picking them. They keep winning games, and it's just kind of fun to watch this ragtag Bears team find ways to win. Against some quality opponents, like you said, Justin, in Tampa. So, give me Chicago here. Chance to gain a little bit of ground as well, as I like to say.
There you go. All right, guys, and we've made it to the end. Now I can finally say. Not biased at all, but the game of the week now. It's actually probably is the game of the week. We have 2 undefeated teams here, one of them being your Tennessee Titans hosting the Pittsburgh Steelers. Pittsburgh probably coming in here with a ton of confidence after destroying the Browns last week. There's a lot to pick apart here in this game. Titans possibly getting back Adoree Jackson, which would be huge for the secondary, who has been getting lit up in a few games this year, especially last week against Deshaun Watson. We know what Big Ben can do throwing the football. I don't know, Jake, how do you see this game shaping out?
Man, oh man, oh man. We haven't filmed our preview yet for the weekend, so I'll save a lot of my talking points for then. But I feel like people are kind of writing the Titans off still even a little bit after their 5-0 start, especially with this, the Steelers defense coming into town. Especially their highly touted run defense. It's going to be, a clash of the Titans, so to speak, with Derrick Henry and that Pittsburgh front seven. But, something special about this Titans team, man. Despite the bad defense, let's just ignore their terrible defense right now. I like the Titans here. I like them because they're at home. I like them because they are rolling and playing as a team. They just have this togetherness about them. I'm not saying Pittsburgh doesn't have that. But I feel like Pittsburgh could be flying a little too high after blowing out the Browns last week coming in here. So give me the Titans also because I'm a fan of the Titans, also a little biased. So
big time. Yeah, big time fan of the team. We'll do that to you. And I think that's the case for me as well. I'm going with the Titans at home. I mean, Derrick Henry's just rolling so hard. He's rolling so hard right now, guys. This is going to be the biggest test for him though against this Pittsburgh defense. I think they're number 2 in the NFL in rush yards given up per game. Yeah, Derrick Henry versus that defense. I think the winner of that matchup is the key, and whoever's going to come out on top there is going to take the game. So give me the Titans. Jeremy, finish it out here. How do you like this game?
I choose the Tennessee Titans, okay? I think the Titans are taking this game. We're going to sweep right here. So I keep hearing, this will be the Titans test, and this is, which is true. But honestly, I don't think that the Steelers have faced a team like the Titans this year. I think that the strongest team they faced is the Browns, and the Browns could potentially still be a dumpster team. Like, by the end of the season, they're not – I don't think that they're, like – I don't know. I don't see him as being a top-tier candidate. I don't think that the Steelers have faced a team like the Titans. I think that Derrick Henry's going to take it. I think that Ryan Tannehill's on fire. I think that we're going to take it. I think I read whoever wins this game historically would go to the Super Bowl. This happened 6 times. Mm-hmm. 6 times in NFL history.
Nice stat.
Yeah. But
undefeated past week 6, I think, was when 2 undefeated teams past week 6 play, the winner of this game advances to the Super Bowl.
Yeah, and I think that it's Titans offense versus Steelers defense deal. I think the Titans are going to take it though. At the end of the day,
I like it.
Sweep. Well,
Feels
more
like
room
08.
to bust out for the sweep. Yeah, feels like 08 again. Let's get back to that 10-0 start like we did that year. That would be
going to happen.
And we beat the Steelers at home last year late in the season to secure the number 1 seed in the AFC. But then the Steelers ended up winning the Super Bowl that year. But we don't have to talk about that. That's nonsense. That's not going to happen this year. So there we go. That's going to do it for our weekly picks. Jeremy, usually when we have a guest on, they do have a podcast or platform to pitch or plug. Yes, thank you. That's the word.
Yeah.
So Jeremy, you can
Anything you want to plug. Plug whatever.
You can plug the cats. The cats are beautiful.
Yeah,
wonderful.
You should adopt cats and dogs and give them better homes. I want to plug, people taking in animals and taking care of them. That's a great idea.
Can't argue with that.
Give them a home. Take them in. Make sure they're taken care of.
That's very wholesome, coming from someone that talked about dead animals earlier at the metaphor.
These cats
you're making a comeback. I like it.
Well, I'll talk about dead animals, all day long. Anytime you guys. But until that time, take them in, take care of them. Take them in, make sure they have a great life. Okay, I'm like Bob.
If you have a pet at home, hug your pet right now. They deserve it.
That's right. That's what I'm plugging is loving your pets.
Hug pets.
What a good positive spin to end this on. Oh man, are you guys still there?
Yeah, we're here.
Yeah,
we got you.
Okay. Well, thank you guys for watching. Jeremy, thanks for joining us. If you guys liked it, give us a thumbs up. Comment below what you thought about our picks. And look for our preview for the Steelers game. And, we'll see you guys in the next video. Any last words?
Oh, my God.
We
literally on see you guys next video. All right. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz.
This has been a struggle.
Thanks for watching.